that mouth doubting? You gotta show 'em. You wasn't born with that sack, you better grow 'em. I tighten up my belt, bet not say I own. Play my cards out, I never fold 'em. Running that mouth doubting? You gotta show 'em. You wasn't born with that sack, you better grow 'em. I tightened up my belt, bet not say I own. Play my cards out, I never fold 'em. I silence my haters, but they still keep talking. Give fair warnings, but they still keep stalking. Give them the slip, disappear like a thief in the night. Continue on my journey while I'm feet in the hype. You a mystery? Attempt on your self-esteem. Got talent, they wake you up from your dreams. But keep fighting, flip the script on these haters. Stay focused on your grind, it'll get greater later. We are a different flavor, they wanna savor that. If they want your talent, then they gotta pay for that. Top dollar, no shorts, keep your low ball. If you had me on a short leash, you mad I broke off. Unruly when I stand up for mine. Facts. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first episode of Unruly Expressions. I am your host, Tamika Hustle. On this show, I'll be discussing music, sports, street life, politics, and whatever I feel like ranting about because people are always pissing me off and I'm ranting about something. It's no holds bar on the show, so I will be holding no punches. I will not be watching my mouth, and I will be shooting it straight from the hip. So let's get into it. The first topic of the day, I want to say congratulations to Jalen Hurts of the Philadelphia Eagles on his first start and his first win. Is well deserved. We can't completely put the blame on Carson Wentz because, let's face it, the offensive line has holes. I've been watched edge rushers come through without even getting the block picked up, which is causing a lot of the sacks. But at the same time, as a quarterback, you have to have field awareness. A lot of those he could have scrambled out of. You need some work, Carson. I tried to hit you in your DM and tell you, the things that you need to fix. It looked like at times when you did try to listen to me, it looked like you were scared to run. But you did run. And when you listened to me, you got the yardage. When you act like you were a deer stuck in headlights, you got sacked. You threw interceptions. Listen, buddy, there's only so much I can do in a DM. You know what I mean? I have to work with you one-on-one. Well, a lot of people think, okay, because I'm a female, I didn't put on cleats. But everything that I told Carson Wentz to do in his DM is the same exact thing Jalen Hurts got on the field and done in one. So, Carson, you need my help, email me something. Reach out to me some type of way. We can get it done. All right, next topic. The NBA Preseason. Well, since I've been watching the NBA Preseason, I noticed the Houston Rockets. Oh, man. Y'all better watch them Houston. Everybody's so focused on the Lakers, they're not seeing what's going on around the rest of the league. That Houston Rockets team is definitely going to be a contender. Like, if James Harden stopped demanding a trade and actually play with Boogie and John Wall as the additions to the Rockets, I can see y'all going to the finals, and I can see y'all winning this thing. For real. Y'all can't sleep on Houston, and y'all better not sleep on them Pelicans. Those Pelicans, boy. Zion Williams, James Ingram, they looking like the stars of the show, and everybody else is falling in line. And Pelicans is going to be something to watch too. And I want to congratulate LaMelo Ball. You playing really good for the Hornets, and man, it's gonna be exciting to watch you play. You need a couple more pieces in order for the Hornets to actually be a contender, but I can't wait to see how Michael Jordan gonna build around you, boy, because those passes, You keep doing what you're doing. I think you need to shoot a little. I think you need to shoot more. But those passes, boy, they are unbelievable. Congratulations on the draft and congratulations on your career, because you're gonna have a good one. The Nets, welcome back, KD. I've been waiting to see how you and Kyrie were gonna play together, and it looked like y'all got like a nice little chemistry going on. I like it. I like it a lot. Those Sixers, you guys definitely have a nice little team going on right now, but it's still some holes. That roster, you need to make some more adjustments to that roster, and you need to tinker around with the lineup changes, because you're going to need a lot of lineup changes, 76ers. I would gladly come and be your GM and correct a lot of the stuff that I see is going on. I watched the playoff game tonight against the Celtics. Yeah, you guys won, but yeah, like as far as like going forward, it's definitely some things you need to fix in order for you to be able to make it out of the first round of the playoffs this year. I mean, yeah, good job getting Dwight Howard. That's one of my favorite centers. Ben Simmons coming back. I mean, sorry, not Ben Simmons. Danny Green. Danny, you need to work on your shot, buddy, because those you miss shots at the most crucial time, and that's not a good look. So you definitely need to work on your shot more, making a lot of those. And I can't wait to see what we doing going forward. And since we're still on basketball, let's talk about a lot of what I've been seeing going on around the league. A lot of players are using the wrong pivot foot. Your right foot is not your pivot foot. I repeat, your right foot is not your fucking pivot foot. Who the hell? Who told y'all that was right? I think y'all been watching LeBron. LeBron fixed his situation where he was working with the wrong pivot foot. Dude, if you moving your left foot and you pivoting on your right, that's a walk. And the refs aren't calling this. You NBA refs need to pay more attention to what these players are doing, because they're using the right foot as the pivot foot. That's a walk. And they're getting away with it. And they shouldn't be. You know how many games you guys are jeopardizing by not calling the walk on these guys when they're using their right foot as their pivot foot? That's cheating. Did you guys change the rules or something? When you're on the left side of the court, you can use your right as the pivot foot? That's some bullshit. If you did change the rules, and if you didn't, refs, you need to pay more attention. All right. Let's get into music. Meek Mill. Listen, I know me and you done been going back and forth, beefing and the whole nine. But you need a PR person following your ass around 24 hours a day. I mean, granted, yeah, I saw the backstory on those Water Boys and what they be doing to people as far as attacking people and stuff like that. So, yeah, you have every right to tell them not to put their hands in the car, because they be snatching people's stuff out the car, and then when you get out and chase them, they all jump you and stuff like that. This is what I've been hearing around on my YouTube news. A lot of people been speaking out about this. But dog, you should not have filmed that and posted it on your Instagram or whatever social media site of yours that you posted that shit on. You shouldn't have did that. All the good that you do here in Philly, I mean, whether it's a tax write-off or not, you still giving back to the community. The book bags for the kids, the toys at Christmas. That's the stuff you need to film and post on your social media pages, because that's the side that people don't report in the news. Yeah, you might not want to showcase you giving back, because if a person is giving from their heart, yeah, they want to be an anonymous giver, but at the same time, that'll show you in a different light. That'll give people a different image of you by you doing it. Yeah, you could just go ahead and donate the stuff and then not be there, but I seen a little clip from somebody else's page that filmed it. You were actually there. I don't know whether it was last Christmas or the Christmas before, actually helping give out the toys to the kids. That's the stuff that people need to see. Not you filming these kids asking you to buy water and you telling them what we supporting. Because if you asking them what are you supporting when they telling you support and they out there selling water and they asking you to look out for them, like, people can ask you the same thing when they're buying your music. What are they supporting? You understand what I'm saying? It goes both ways. And the beefing back and forth between you and academics, like, come on, son. You got better things to do with your time than to attack somebody that you feel like is inciting beefs and stuff in the music industry and stuff leading to that. I get where you coming from. But at the same time, it's his platform. If you feel like, all right, your sons is watching this, you need to sit down and talk to your sons and break this down to him. It's your job to raise your son, not academics and what he see on what he posted on his platform or what somebody else is posting their platform. I mean, it's the same thing with movies. You know, it's movies that has a whole bunch of violence, a whole bunch of, things that poison a person's mind. Hell, your music poison a person's mind. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Meek, you gotta chill, buddy. You definitely gotta chill. Now, I want to talk about these 360 deals in the music industry. Granted, yeah, I know the labels aren't getting their money back as far as like streams is concerned, and nobody's really paying for albums and everything. So you want some of the show money, any merch that's been sold. Like, come on, like what does the artist have for themselves now? Because you guys want a portion of everything. It sounds like you guys even want the artist's firstborn child. I mean, come on. We got to do better. We got to find a way where the artist can eat, the label can eat, and we have a better understanding of, what we can do to have the artists have something of their own where they can solely get paid from. Because, at one point in time, you guys only took the CD sales. And whatever the artist made off of their shows, they kept the money from their shows. Now they're not able to keep the money from their shows. And if they try to sell merchandise, to try to make up for that, you guys want a portion of that. You guys want a portion. It seems like you guys want a portion of everything. If they're in a movie, you want a portion of that. Like, that 360 deal, y'all got to get rid of that. For real. Like, because with modern technology, you really don't need a label now. For real. If an artist build a social media presence and they're going viral with a lot of the stuff that they're posting, and especially if it's their art that they're posting going viral with. It's like you can hang it up if that artist knows how to monetize those viral posts. And as far as you industry people that are trying to stop independent artists from being independent because you're jealous that you're signed into a contract, that also needs to stop. Hindering somebody else's success does not make you look good. Hindering somebody's success, like, it shows the type of jealous person that you are. You don't want a person to stay independent and they make all their money to themselves, or they have their own team where they're making money with. Their producer, if they don't make their own beats, you know, a person that they choose to be their manager, you know, if they feel as though they need one, because some artists can manage themselves. Like, they put together their own little team, and them and their team is eating, and they're independent. Like, what you fucking with them for? Because you signed to a label? Like, that's you know, man, that's the epitome of a misery love company. And y'all labels, like, the ones that took, if not all of an artist's publishing, or half of an artist's publishing, or even a quarter of an artist's publishing, like, you gotta rework that contract, especially if that artist have made you a ton of money throughout their career. You're gonna have to get some of that back. Like, when does the greed stop? That's what I want to know. When does the greedy shit stop? Because let's face it, being as though I'm an artist myself, being as though I'm a producer myself, the artist and the producer are the main two people that's making the hits. Now, I'm not taking away from the engineer, because the engineer, like, give it that extra added, you know what I mean, to actually make the vocals of the track stand out more, to the point where, you know what I mean, put the effects and stuff like that on the mix. But at the end of the day, the artist and the producer do most of the work. Because you invest your money, you think you're supposed to get majority of it on the return. That's bullshit. Because without the artist and the artist's creativity, and without the producer and the producer's creativity, the labels wouldn't make $1. I mean, keep it 100. You wouldn't make $1 without the artist or the producer, so why rip off the artist and producer? You should make the artist and producer happy at all times. Shady business is exactly what you're going to get. Shady business in return. An unhappy artist, then, you know, you don't make no more money. They just have to find a way to eat if it's an artist that don't have a 360 deal. And for you new artists, don't sign those 360 deals. Straight up. And always keep something in the tuck where you'll be able to make money off your name if you do sign that 360 deal that has nothing to do with that 360 deal. So where you can still eat off your name without having to get the label $1. Because enough is enough on some real shit. Enough is enough. Now, I also want to get into the street life. Because lately, I've been getting targeted by pimps. Never in my life, never in my 43 years on this fucking earth, have I ever had a pimp come to me and say, I've been assigned to you, let's go. The fuck you mean you been assigned to me? Well, I'm reassigning you to these nuts. Who the hell are you? This nigga talk about I'm your pimp. The hell if you are. I ain't no fucking prostitute. Never have been, never will be, and you ain't about to make me one. At 43 years old, dog, you barking up the wrong tree. You want to get fucked up. And I'm not joking. How the hell y'all just gonna force a woman to sell her body so y'all can have some money? Motherfucker, I'm an Uber driver. I just started this motherfucking podcast. Because eventually I'm going to monetize this podcast. I shoot videos. Well, shot my own intro trailer for my YouTube portion of this podcast and edited myself. So I have the skill to do media work. You get what I'm saying? Like, I have my ways of making money. The fuck I need a pimp for? All the pimp is a goddamn leeching ass middleman. Like, what the fuck? You think you can just strong arm women and just get paid off of women? And force a woman to do whatever the fuck you want? Have a woman taking care of you? Nigga, that ain't a man. That's a bitch in my book. Let me say this again. If you a pimp, you're not a man, you're a bitch in my book. Let a whole bunch of dudes run in your asshole and see how you like it. Let a whole bunch of dudes put their dick in your mouth and see how you like it. Better yet, go to jail and tell them niggas you there because you a pimp. You been strong-arming women and raping women and somebody finally told on your ass. Because leading that prostitution ring, that's federal charges. That's part of the RICO. You ain't gonna be able to do them 40, 50 years in jail. Like I said, because you a bitch. Soon as the heat come around the corner, y'all want to come in from out of town. Set up shop in somebody else's neighborhood. Force women into prostitution, strong arm shit. Tell them they gotta pay you tax money. AKA extortion. All this is part of the RICO Act. Now, when you under investigation for this nut ass shit, and you find out the feds here, you want to then, because you're not even from that neighborhood, you're not from that town, you want to dip off and leave the people who actually live there holding a fucking bag. You need to find another profession if you a pimp, if you somebody that's out here extorting people. You need to find another way to make a living, because that ain't it. A person, and then y'all ain't got no rules to the shit. At that. I ain't no blood. I ain't no Crip. I ain't a part of no fucking gang in America. I'm a square. And you motherfuckers think you gonna sign me a pimp and I'm gonna give you half of whatever the fuck I make? Nigga, fuck you. You need to find something else. Matter of fact, how about fill out an application for a fucking job? Huh? You don't want you don't want to work. You just rather force a woman to sell her pussy so you can have some money. How the fuck do that sound? And if she got a regular job, you just gonna strong arm her for her shit because she got something that you can't afford? You a bitch. I don't see y'all stepping to no alpha males trying to strong arm an alpha male for his shit because he got something you can't afford. Nah, you run to them. I got some girls. How much you gonna give me for them? Nigga, you a bitch. And I'm gonna keep saying it. And I stand behind that shit. If you a pimp, you a bitch. And once I found out my father was one, he a bitch too. And I'm not going to say God rest his soul. He where he belong in the goddamn grave. Somebody else should have put him there besides that damn stroke that he never recovered from. And let's be clear. Because there's a rumor out there talking about I tagged him. No, I didn't. Did I beat him the fuck up? Yeah, I did. But I didn't tag him. The nigga had a stroke. And he had other medical conditions that kept him from recovering from that stroke. Just to clear up that little bullshit ass rumor that been floating the fuck around. Because the wildest accusations that people put on me, the shit blows my mind. They try to paint me out to be some shot caller. They try to paint me out to be some big time drug dealer. Motherfucker, I'm a square. A very creative one at that. I write rhymes. I make beats. Motherfucker, I'm a natural photographer. I know how to edit. You see, I'm doing my fucking podcast right now. And I do Uber and Lyft, Uber Eats on a daily. I'm signed up for Amazon Flex. I did that for a little while. I make money with apps now because I don't want to be on the inside with a supervisor breathing down my fucking neck like I did for 16 years. Hell, I quit that job and got my fashion design degree. What? Everything that I just said, where is the illegal portion? There isn't any. So stop trying to pull me into that bullshit. And I'm going to keep calling it bullshit because that's what the fuck it is. Y'all motherfuckers is out here robbing motherfuckers, stealing motherfuckers, hacking into people's cell phones and computers, trying to intimidate them. Everything that y'all doing, bring RICO charges. And when it's time to do that time, y'all all gonna start telling on each other. But at the same time, the person that y'all making y'all victim, if they go to the police, they gotta keep their mouth shut. If it's a person that y'all went out the way, y'all tell on them and try to get them locked the fuck up. Like what? I don't. There's no logic to what the fuck y'all doing. None of the shit y'all do makes sense. None of the shit y'all do makes sense. The streets is dead. Y'all might as well pack it up, go back to school for something. It's a lot of free classes online. There's a lot of stuff that you have. Take up graphic design, get to design some webs. It's a whole bunch of classes online that you ain't even got to pay for tuition. I wish I would have known that shit before I went and paid $45,000 for an associate's degree. I mean, yeah, granted, half of that was in grants. I got grant money, but still, if I would have seen the free route, I would have took the free route because a lot of stuff that you can either go to school for free or pay like $50 a month to like learn how to design web or learn how to do graphic design or whatever. Because like I said, some of it is free, some of it you got to pay like a monthly bill between $20 and $50 a month. You better learn a trade and go hustle that shit that way instead of this street shit. Because at the end of the day, when the heat come, y'all tell them. Y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna do no 30 to 50 fucking years. But everything that you out here doing is gonna bring you 30 to 50 years. On some real shit, man. And I'm not going, and some people say, because I'm not a street chick, I shouldn't be speaking on the streets. Well, motherfucker, the streets made me a target. So I can speak on whatever the fuck I want to speak on. And because I'm attracted to females, if I'm not going to be a prostitute, y'all going to try to make me a job and try to make me pay for pussy. Y'all want to follow me the fuck around. So if y'all see me crack with a chick, y'all going to try to hurry up and make her a prostitute and tell me I got to pay for her. Nigga, fuck y'all. Straight up, man. Y'all need to find something else to fuck to do. Because as soon as a real motherfucking goon come at y'all, y'all motherfuckers start bitching. Y'all go from to and a snap of a fucking finger. Like I said, because y'all some bitches. Now we gonna move on. Now I'm gonna talk about this COVID-19. This shit, boy. I feel like this shit is a money grab. I mean, first we doing good, flatten the curve, everything about to go back to normal or half somewhat normal. Then, wait, it's a spike. It's a spike. It's a spike because you finally got a goddamn vaccine. I mean, let's keep it real. I mean, I'm not disputing people getting sick. Yeah, some people probably are getting sick, but they're probably getting sick with the damn flu. Because this COVID-19 got the same symptoms as the flu. Keep it a bean. As soon as you got a vaccine coming, all of a sudden it's a fucking spike. Because y'all trying to sell that damn vaccine. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a chip in it so you can fucking keep track of everybody and see what the hell they doing and violating their damn privacy. Enough is enough. Then y'all talk about shutting the country back down. Can't nobody keep taking those financial hits. Everybody's making these type of decisions. You still getting your check. But these business owners, the employees of these business owners, they got to shut down. Like, y'all not thinking about that shit. Yeah, this stimulus package, a lot of people aren't receiving that stimulus package. A lot of people aren't, their bills is more than what they're getting in that stimulus package. Like, y'all gotta find a solution with this shit. And then the rules that y'all got, like, when people were able to go back into the restaurant and sit down and eat instead of having outdoor dining, so it's cool for them to take their mask off to eat their food like they still not breathing. They still not coughing, because this is how you say it's transmitted. It's airborne. When you breathe in a certain feet out. When you cough, you coughing, particles out of your mouth is going a couple of feet out. You still doing all of this while you're eating without this mask on. But as soon as you finish eating, you gotta put the mask back on. That's defeating the damn purpose. college games. It's packed at the college games. KF, you outside. You at a football game. Why the college games can have fans, but the NFL can't? Because a lot of their stadiums aren't indoor. It's outdoor. It's only some teams that play in a dome, which make it indoor. But even with the dome, they still have like something where the roof is open, where they can open the roof. But they're not allowed to have fans in the stands, but the college football can have fans in the stands. Like, yeah, it's you picking and choosing right now, which is making me believe that this whole COVID-19 thing is just a money grab. So I guess when you change presidents and Biden gets in the White House, all of a sudden, everybody's been vaccinated, where everybody can go back to normal, we don't have to wear a mask anymore type of situation, right? And that's what's going to happen. I mean, and then healthcare is not getting any better. Who the fuck? How can a single person pay $500 a month in medical insurance? How? Why is that shit $500 a month? Shit, you got other countries that get free medical. Not in the United States. They tell you, okay, we're going to have affordable health care. Yeah, we're going to give you affordable health care. How the fuck you going to afford $500 a month by yourself? And in a family, it's like $1,200 a month. That ain't affordable. That's highway robbery. The average person can't afford that. Yeah, some rich motherfucker can afford that. You got to have a second job just to have medical insurance. And if you my age or older, how the shit you burnt out after the first job? Man, y'all gotta get this shit together, man. Straight up. Now I understand when I was a kid, when they kept saying the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. Because it's a fucking truth. Because the greed that go on in America, that's the fucking truth. Y'all done made the middle class obsolete. It's either rich or poor. They the only two options. Even if you think you part of the middle class, you ain't. Because of inflation, everything going to fuck up. Right? And then y'all want to keep raising taxes like we can afford that. The only people that can afford raise taxes is the rich. But y'all want to keep talking about raising taxes. Motherfuckers ain't paying enough in taxes. Come on, man. You need to get that shit together. And what the fuck is the holdup in making weed legal? What's the holdup? Did y'all keep trying to make weed out to be some dangerous drug like it's heroin? You don't see nobody strung out on the corner off of weed, but you see it with heroin. You see it with crack. Cocaine. Because all of that shit is a form of cocaine. It's a neighborhood, in a huge ass neighborhood called Frankfurt up here in Philly. That's all you see is crackheads roaming the street. Heroin addicts. That's all you see. I'm seeing junkies with needles walking around with a needle in their back pocket. Look like they ain't had a bath in months. Weed don't do that. Weed helps in so many different ways. Weed is a herb. You can cook with it. Yeah, you can smoke it, but you can cook with it. You can extract it. You can put it, you can make creams and stuff out of it. Pain creams. I've done my research. I took a class. I have a certificate. Cannabis Training University. I have my knowledge of it. It's not harmful. Now, should you be operating a vehicle with it? I'm going to say no, because you're going to hold up traffic. Because you're going to think you're going faster than what the fuck you are when you're not. So that's about the only side effect that I can think of. You might have like a little phlegm in your throat from smoking it. It's the only side effect. Yeah, I have my medical marijuana card. I can legally smoke. I have 2 disc protrusions in my neck. And that's touching a nerve, and that nerve is pinched. Yeah. But at the same time, on a recreational aspect of it, what the fuck is the holdup when y'all making this shit legal? That's a way where a lot of people who are hurting financially can get into the marijuana business, the cannabis business, and actually make a decent living. If you can make alcohol legal, you can make weed legal. Because alcohol is way more dangerous than weed is. Way more dangerous. You get behind the wheel, if you're drunk, you definitely getting into an accident. Because of Uber and Lyft, drunk driving has came down a lot. Homicides from drunk driving has came down a lot. Because if people know they're going to go out drinking, they take an Uber. They take a Lyft. You still have some idiots that still get behind the wheel after they've been drinking. I mean, the problem is not totally fixed by Lyft and Uber. But Lyft and Uber plays a big ass part on why a lot of that came down. Alcohol causes liver damage. Alcohol causes stroke. Alcohol will fuck you up. It's a disease called alcoholism. Because people need to wake up and drink. Drink in the afternoon for lunch. Drink in the evening. All day they fucking drinking. They have this glow about them, but it's not really a glow about them. It's the alcohol. It's called alcoholism. You don't have that for marijuana, cannabis, hemp. You don't have that for none of that. A plant that actually heals and help you cope with depression, help you cope with stress, help you cope with a lot of pain that you're going through. You guys want to make a class 1 drug like it's heroin, like it's killing people, like you can overdose off of it. Y'all need to stop playing around and go ahead and make marijuana legal. Go ahead and pass that bill. It already passed the House. It needs to pass the Senate. Listen, senators, Republicans, Democrats, I'm talking to everybody. Go ahead and pass that bill because you guys are procrastinating. The economy is already hurting. This is something that can help the economy. This is something that can help all of this prostitute and extortion and illegal drug dealing that's going on out here in the streets. Maybe that'll bring some of the killing down to a minimum. I mean, yeah, it's going to take some time for this killing to completely go away. But I think legalizing weed will help. That's a way for everybody to make money. Because whether you know it or not, everybody smokes weed. Whether they smoking it legally with American medical marijuana card or they're smoking it illegally, everybody smokes weed. Back in the day, somebody I used to work with told me he was selling weed to a judge. A judge, people. The same judge that'll put away somebody for selling weed is actually smoking weed. And this is when I was in my 20s. Is he still a judge today? I don't think so. But at the same time, like, come on, man. People that you think don't smoke weed, smoke weed. Go ahead and legalize it. Because the economy needs it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you for listening to the first episode of Unruly Expressions.